Welcome to Bird Trains. I'm Joey, and we're going to look at this set. So, this is set 60470. This is the Explorer train. It's part of the Arctic theme, I believe. It's part of City Arctic sub-theme. We're going to build it, and we're going to take a look at it. I am especially interested in these two new pieces of track. I've said it before. I've said it on the podcast. I think I said it in the haul video for this. Lego has invested in new pieces of track, and that makes me happy. It means at least at some level they're still interested in the train, in trains in general for Lego. So, all right. We're always saying do better, Lego. They did better. Even if these are flop pieces, at least I think for sure 50% this re-railer will be better than that's an improvement. This other action piece, I have hopes. I have a plan, so we'll see. Let's get it open and see what is in this set. Once again, I don't have a knife with me, so we're going to peel very carefully. We're going to peel the little seals back, and we're going to see what the bags look like, see how the instructions are laid out, and then we'll see how we're going to build it. Obviously, we have a city layout that we can run the train on. Did a pretty good job there, not messing up the box. Not that typically I save the boxes. Not that I'm really worried about saving the box, but okay, there are going to be lots of bags. Oh, looky here. These are all plastic bags, as you can hear for sure and see. We have a big inner box. Okay, so how does this one open? Same thing. It's got seals on the side. Let's see if we can get a shot. Me trying to. Oh, this one's going to tear. The inner boxes are going to tear pretty easy. It's okay. It's okay. All right, this should have the instructions. There you go. You're getting the first shot of the instructions there out of the box. They're in a paper bag, which I would say typically protects them. But these look a little squashed. There's no good way of doing it. This is heavy. I am glad that it's in some sort of protection. This definitely. Well, let's look at. Okay, so we're getting the track. We got well, that's the straight track. We have a controller. These are train pieces and mountain pieces. More bags of parts. These are the new train bases here. I see how these, because they also use these in semis, or they have in some trucks. I see these pieces as being an upgrade for Lego. The thing is you can take two of these and you can spread it apart as far as you want. So if you're making a train or a truck or whatever, you have options there. Okay, more track. Unfortunately, this track will just end up in the big box of train track, the RC track that we have, because, something fell out. I don't know what it was. And on this floor, that could be anything. Okay, we got a 16 by 16 plate. We have a mystery box. What is this, Lego? Is that a motor? I don't know. We're going to open that up and see. And then here we go. Okay, we found it. It was the battery box, the hub for the powered up. That's what fell on the floor. Okay. All right, that bag I'm excited about. Let's see what this is. What is it? It's the train motor. Well, cool. That's new packaging. So the train motor's in like a square box, and there's your motor. So all the things we need for a train. There's no wheels. That means the wheels are separate. The wheels used to come in a bag. and the wheels and axles were in the bag. So that means the wheels and axles are somewhere else. Interesting. All right. We'll find them. Don't you worry. We'll find them. All right. Let's look at these pieces. This is the first opportunity I've had to see these pieces. More mountain pieces. This is what we're calling the re-railer. So it looks like you have the slots on the inside to pull, you know, if the wheels are off the track to, let's say, this side, then this would help pull it in. And then you see this little slot they've got cut here. That would allow the truck to kind of pop up and then slide back into the grooves for the rails. It's mirrored on it's mirrored on both sides and then both ends. Very, very similar to like an HO re-railer. So I'm really happy with that. Look at this giant pile of stuff. Okay, this is the action piece, and we're going to have to look at it in so we'll have to look at the instructions. We'll have to see how it goes, but we obviously have something that's going to pin in there. We have a spot, so there will be a pivot. Yeah, we're going to have to see. I'm interested in this piece. Like I said, I've got an idea for this, but I don't think there'll be enough mechanical force. This introduces a new level of design for Lego trains. Weight. So, you know, Lego typically designs Lego city sets in 6-wide trains. They have designed some 8-wide trains, and 8-wide trains are always heavier, but a light, and I'm going to say that probably most Lego train cars weigh enough to actuate it. It all depends on what's going to be on the other side of the teeter-totter. This is going to act like a teeter-totter. We're going to see it. We're going to get it built. We'll put it into action. I have a plan other than the falling rocks that this thing says it does for this. Throw it on the floor. But, yeah, we're going to figure something out. I want this piece to work on my layout. And, of course, it's RC track, so that means it's going to have to be on the one loop of the track, not the 9-bolt loop. So, same with this. Okay, well, last thing, we got one more thing to look at. That's our instructions. Where's the instructions here? There's the instructions. Let's go ahead and get them open and see if we have any stickers and see what the books look like. Because this is broke down into, and it looks like it is, broke down into a lot of books. Looks like we got, what do we got here? 3, 4, 5, 6 books. Then we could probably, me and Dakota can split the build up. So it looks like we got some kind of tracked vehicle. He'll love that. There's our sticker sheet. I knew we would have a sticker sheet. Here's a train car. It's pretty cool. Some kind of flat car. That's using those new pieces. Here is some kind of container car. That's very interesting looking. Here is a loading point, and there you see the re-railer piece. Boy, does that piece look black in there. That definitely looks like a black piece. Glad they didn't do black for that. Here's a locomotive. That will probably be, I don't know if that'll be the first build, but that's definitely going to be high on the list. And then here's the mountain. And, trying to get the glare off of there. So this is the action piece. It dumps those boulders off. Yeah. All right. Time lapse. we got her built. That took about 2 hours altogether. Wasn't a bad build, really. It was pretty. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good build. I like trains. I found a few new techniques for making some wheel trucks and stuff. This car, the flat car with the little vehicle on it, it's pretty standard fare for making wheel trucks. As far as how I make my, like a 4-wheel bogie like that, or truck, not a bogie, but a truck. So from that standpoint, that was pretty cool. This had, it had a pretty unique, it's pretty solid underneath there. It's all using the plastic wheels, and these standard magnetic, internal magnetic couplers. And then we have the locomotive, the train. This part is on like pins, so it kind of floats. That's unique. We have the powered up unit in the back, and again, it's pretty standard motor, so pretty standard. The front truck, they didn't use a bogie plate. They used this. It's kind of cool. It's got some details in it that I have not really seen before. The plow and stuff. So that's kind of the train stuff. We're going to take it over on a layout. We'll give it a little run, and we'll look at some of these track pieces. So again, this has got a printed tile. Oh, you can't see that there. It's got a printed tile there. That's nice. It's got these printed vents on top. The doors open on both sides. Let's see. Can we see that? Yeah. Kind of reveal the motor. The battery box is inside. I can't remember how to get this apart. It was there we go. So it kind of, all this top sticks to it. And that, that's okay. It's got a push button for controlling the hub. It just means you got to unscrew this to get the batteries out. It's I don't know. Is this different? I feel like I'm having to halfway disassemble the train to get everything in there. But we'll get some batteries in it, and we'll get it on the layout. This car is some kind of crew car or observation car. I'm going to say it's probably an observation car. They're studying the wildlife. Looks like looks like on their computer screens they're studying the wolves. And yeah, the lid comes off, the glass part, and you can see inside. Not really sure what they're doing on this side, but I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's got lots of playability because you can open it up and put your figures in it or put your wolves in it. Got some wolves up here. This is your standard flat car. You're choosing those new plates, or the new plates that go like here. Kind of like it. I'm assuming this is for starting avalanches and not wars, but And of course, we got a tracked vehicle. The tracks on this work really well, honestly. I mean, for as small as it is, it's really doing a good job. They got wheels on both sides of the track to kind of hold it in place. It's kind of a neat little looking vehicle. I mean, I don't know how practical it is, but this is a fantasy set, right? So I kind of like it. It's pretty cool looking. Yeah, it does attach somehow. I thought. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just sits in there. Okay. And then we got our Intrepid Explorer. Everybody knows who this is, right? Okay, we got that minifigure. They show him with this. So, and again, we're going to see the cars in action, the trains in action. We got several minifigures here. What do we get in total? 4 or 5 minifigures. We got this guy. He's got a mug. He also has just a regular, I guess he's two-fisted. I think that's supposed to represent inside and outside coffee drinker. And we've got this lady here. She's spotting. She's got binoculars there. We got a skier, and she's I don't know what she's doing, but she's got a pretty heavy duty camera there. So I think she's looking for more wildlife. And this guy here looks like he's right out of the Thing movie. And we had a couple extra hair pieces. Let's see, this would have been the guy's hair. It's a guy hair. I think it goes with him. And then I think this goes with her. I think it doesn't matter, right? It's Lego. We put them whoever you want. And we had a tiled map piece extra. Okay, and then there's several little tools. This one's loose. It might go in here. Oh yeah, these little compartments come up, and then they're full of tools, like I said. So we could probably just put that axe in there. And the other one is the same way. Got our tools in here. Pretty nice. And yeah, then we have this, which is, I'm calling it a loading and unloading station. You can go here. Whoa, I knocked Johnny Thunder off. You can pick up the cargo from here. You got these yellow containers here that you can load. Obviously, you can load that. I don't think there's any hooks on this. And this piece has our re-railer on it, and we'll look at that on the layout. I think it's gonna work pretty good. This is some kind of outpost. Again, some kind of research station. I think this, yeah. So this comes up. We got an interior, more coffee. Coffee's important. We got a coffee machine, computers, first aid kit. I think everything you need to be in the Arctic. And then they use these windshield pieces, which I thought were pretty cool, to make this. And these pieces here, these must be out of some of the Speed Champions or something. It looks like some kind of windscreen or something. I've not really seen that piece, anything that I've built. So that goes on there. On the back of that, we have this mounting point. Let's see, are we getting on the camera real? No, there we go. Little mounting point. And on the mountain, if you notice, we have the same mounting point in a very long string, which I haven't pulled apart yet. The deal is this goes between the two on the opposite sides of the track. So if you were to do an oval track with the track they gave you, this string would cross across. And cross across would go all the way across. It creates like a zip line. And I believe it's for Johnny Thunder to escape. I'm not sure if he's the good guy or the bad guy here. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Which then that brings us to our mountain. I'm not sure which is the front and which is the back. We're going to look at it this way first. We have 3 boulders. For the 2 wolves, I just have them sitting up here. They look like wolf pups. They look young. Okay. And this is obviously a mountain pass for the train. The train's going to pass through here. I'm not going to be able to really show this on the layout, so I grabbed a couple extra pieces of track, and we're going to run. Let's run the small car through it. Get a good shot of this. Okay, we'll put our boulders on. I don't know if there's going to be enough here to actuate this completely. So we'll set these boulders up here very precariously like that. And this is that action piece. So we got a bunch of minifigures just laying here. Let's get them kind of out of the way. We got a good shot, right? Kind of centered up. So when we run through, see how it's hopping the boulders and then they fall off. So as you have multiple cars, multiple trains running through, it's gonna hop that up. It's not a lot of movement. For this setup, for what they're doing, it seems like it's going to work really well. My plan was to trigger an automated building or something on my layout, maybe a crossing gate or something. But the way this does, it's not going to work for my plan. I do like this. I think it's a cool little play feature. Lionel did a lot of similar kind of things. I call it gimmicky, where the train would either pass or run over. Or they use magnets a lot of times to actuate the cars and stuff. Or they had the giraffe cars that would pop up. They had a little, like a piece on the side of the track that would pop up. At any rate, so there is a history of this kind of stuff happening. In the train world, where you would have the trains triggering some kind of thing. Again, it's not a lot of motion, but it is pretty cool. It's unique. So I'm still going to play with that. I just don't know how I'm going to incorporate that yet. I gotta figure out how to turn a little motion into a big action, and that can be a problem sometimes. I think electronics are going to have to be involved, but I'm still determined to try it. All right, so this new tree design is pretty cool. The mountain itself overall is a pretty cool little play feature. It really goes well with the set. If you have the Arctic stuff, I think it would go good with it. We have printed tiles here. This one's miners, and I thought there was one. It's way up inside. We have to take this apart. It's gonna be kind of hard to see in there. There's an Abominable Snowman Wanted poster up there, and you've got like a little cave, and I think it's got a little bit of gold in there. So that's probably why you got people. Yeah, that's probably why this place is. I don't know why there's a bunch of people here. I'm sure the Arctic explorers are looking for the animals. I'm not sure what Johnny Thunder's doing. Maybe he's looking for the gold. Maybe he's looking for the Abominable Snowman. I don't know. And we look at the back. The back's pretty similar to the front. Cool, I think it's got a lot of cool little. I do. I like it. I hate to say I like it. I paid my own money for it. I enjoyed the build. I enjoy this. I have no place for it. It's not going to fit into my city. Neither one of these pieces are going to fit in my city. The train is just going to go into the train collection because I collect all the trains. Or I don't collect all the trains. I collect a lot of the trains, but I think I'm going to like this one. It's not going to fit in the city either, but it's a cool little thing. I do a lot of the mocks I do for my trains are based on Lionel pre-war, post-war Lionel train. So it's still fantasy stuff. So I like the fantasy stuff. It looks like it goes well with the Arctic stuff, and it's a train. I am not offended by this. I do not like the TVG stuff, the bullet train looking things, the ICEs, I guess. I know that's the way of the future, but I really like classic old steam engines. But this one, I get it. It's utilitarian, and I don't think it's horrible. It's probably not for a lot of people though. It's interesting. Again, I liked some of the way the bogey. I like this. It's if nothing else, it had like this and similar songs. Alexa just started playing music and interrupted me. Sorry. I guess there was a lot of cool and interesting builds with the train parts, and I thought, that's kind of cool. It's I love to learn new things and see how other people do stuff, and maybe build it into my next mock. So what we're going to do for now is we're going to take it over to the layout. We're going to use this re-railer piece. We're going to put this into the layout, and we're going to see how well it does. Okay, here we are with the layout. We have it synced up to the controller, and it's over here. And here it is going through. I went through the re-railer. Seems to go through backwards and forwards just fine. One of the things I noticed about the re-railer is so this is the height of the track, the last piece of track, this piece of track, and this is the start of the next piece, or the re-railer, and you can see it's one plate higher, which keeps me from putting these little ballast pieces in there. I may just put a brown 1x1 there on each corner, and then see what we're going to do. You can't really, the ballasting is going to not be, uniform. I'll play with it. We'll get it figured out. So let's run the train through, and let's back up right there. And we're going to go ahead and pull this one off the track. Okay. And now we're going to try and go through slow, because the whole key to these is going slow. There, wow, that was pretty good. I'd say that was real good. It pulled it right up on there. Let's try this car. It has a little bit different style bogey, and the fact that it doesn't turn. It's locked solid to the car. So again, let's try and go through slow and see that it's off the track. And we'll go right here, and I'm just going to hold the camera as it comes through. Boom. Right on there. Now, let's try one more thing. Let's try what happens if we have the train off the track. That's a toughie there. That's a lot of off the track, because I got it off going one way, that's off this way, and then it's coming this way. So I don't know that we can go through it slow enough to get that to work. Here we go. Oh. Ah, it did it. And we'll bring it back. Coming back. And Johnny Thunder never lost his grip there. He was held on just fine. So I would say that that's a pretty good success for the re-railer. And that's just me playing with it. So really, for that to work, even in any of the other gauges like HO or O gauge that I've seen these type re-railers, the intention was to go through it as slow as you possibly could to get it to pull the wheels back on. So blasting through it's probably not going to work. Wheels are just going to bounce. Train's just going to bounce. So actually, I'm pretty pleased with it. It doesn't seem to be interfering with the trains. In an other fashion, we'll run more trains and find out. I'll let you know if I end up having problems with it. Overall, with the set, I'm pretty pleased. Yeah, I don't do a lot of reviews, so this isn't really a review. So I'm not going to tell you if I think it's a great value or not. I'm happy with it. I'll tell you that. I'm happy. I like the Arctic theme. Me and my wife used to have a Christmas layout, a traveling layout that we used to take to train shows around Christmas time, and it had a lot of the Arctic stuff in it. So, yeah, it's a fantasy set, right? And if you're diehard 8-wide rivet counting train person, then this probably is not the set for you. But if you just want a train to run around the Christmas tree or for the kids to play with, it's probably not a bad set. I like it. I'm keeping it. Obviously, I'm keeping it. I paid for it. So, at any rate, I think this has gone long enough. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for sticking around this long. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Maybe think about subscribing. That way you won't miss out on any new content. Also, we have our memberships. We call it the passenger list. A little behind the scenes view into the Brick Trains universe. We also have the A Fool podcast. And if you're a fan of old Lego, then think about leveling up your memberships to our A Fool supporters. Thank you for your support.